It's a smile.
Everybody want this cookie, my spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie, my spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie, my spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie, my spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah.
What's the nookie? He gon' eat the cookie, yeah. He gon' eat the cookie all night. Make sure the cookie stick before I eat you. Real nigga, I'ma eat you. I don't care what it really smell like. I'ma lick you up and down just to get you right.
Everybody want this cookie, my spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie, my spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie, my spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie, my spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah.
You already know. You only want it if it's spoiled. You want some seasoning on that motherfucking pussy. I wanna taste the peppers with a little bit of lime on it, you know. I want something a little spoiled.
Us as youngins, we right? We gonna do something special. We got all your family in here tonight. We got Lil Breezy in here tonight. Moms, I see you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my brother Breezy. Happy birthday to love. Happy birthday, Breezy. Happy birthday, Breezy. Happy birthday, my nigga. Since youngins, and we still on that.
All right. Y'all let me know as you're coming in that you can see and hear me. It was all good when the candles was being blown out. It was all good when everybody was just drinking and on that booger sugar, getting ready to head out to the after party. After party is the hotel lobby. Until Chris got into it with Teyana. Until Chris, Maurice, Powderhead, beat a bitch down Brown. Had to make a bad name for all the Tauruses and start some shit. Why? Well, why? Can y'all hear me? Y'all say y'all can see me, hear me. Let's get everybody's picture up here because we already know what we're here for. All right. We're here to talk about the alleged altercation, jumpation of Chris Brown's team crew 6-on-1 versus Usher. All right. All over allegedly Teyana Taylor. Okay. Let me scoot over a little bit because I want to look at him. Damn, Teyana look good. Now, I met Teyana in person, all right? And I can tell you guys, without saying allegedly, I actually skated with all three of these people. They love a skating party. Whether you guys know it or not, Jimmy Iovine and Usher are actually planning on opening a bunch of skating rinks around the country. It's a business thing they're trying to do. They really want to bring that style of hanging out back. They're going to put the first one in LA. I forgot what area that is. I think Sunset Boulevard. They've already found the building, waiting for the owner to die. It's like some old, I think it's an old Jewish man, waiting for him to die. And then Jimmy Iovine and Usher, and I think Dr. Dre is going to put in on it too. They're going to buy the building and they're going to be throwing skating rinks. And so in the upcoming years, it's going to be a thing to see these celebrities at these skating parties all the time. Another story for another day. Now I can say that without saying allegedly because I was there. All right. So it was Chris Breezy's birthday the other day. I never knew that nigga was a Taurus. He definitely gave me Gemini energy. I didn't know that nigga was no Taurus, but anyway. Anyway, at the birthday party, allegedly, all right, the streets is saying that Chris Brown got mad at Teyana Taylor. Okay, they're saying that Chris Brown was irritated at Teyana Taylor for coming to his birthday party, number one, and that he was harboring bad feelings over her backing out of his American Music Award tribute to Michael Jackson some months ago. If y'all remember, Chris Brown was supposed to do the tribute to Michael Jackson, which to me, he's the only one that really can do it, and it would have been bomb. Teyana Taylor was involved, and allegedly Teyana Taylor pulled out, which then caused the AMAs to cancel the whole performance. It wasn't just about Chris Brown's past, his violent past, and all his incidents before they got it pulled. Allegedly, it was because Teyana Taylor had pulled out first. Now, I cannot confirm or deny that, all right? But what I can tell you is that I'm not exactly buying the story that Chris Brown was that upset at Teyana Taylor for backing out of the AMA performance, because that was what? That was last year. The gag is, I just skated with them niggas in February. Y'all see the picture there? That was February 5th. Sunset Boulevard, we was all skating together. At this party, I can tell you that I lied to get into. Sorry to whoever place I took. Fuck you, hoe. I don't care. All right? Swiss Beats was there. Megan Good was there. Young Miami was there. Quincy, Christian Combs, Chris Brown, tall ass, Usher, Floyd Mayweather, Teyana Taylor, Candace Dillard, etc., etc. DDG, all of them. Chris Brown and Teyana Taylor was skating together, dancing together, laughing and joking, and this was just back in February. So how he all of a sudden, Kevin Gates was there too, and yes, Kevin Gates did smell good. Me and Kevin Gates, actually, we were behind, what's the dude that he still don't want to commit after 30 years of being with that girl and then took her youth and all her sanity? Jim Jones. Right behind Jim Jones and his braids as he was smoking his weed. Okay? Yes, Kevin Gates smelled really good. No homo, but he smelled really good. And he wasn't a man of many words. Kevin Gates had very quiet masculine energy. It was weird. But anyway, my point is, I saw with my own eyes that they were laughing, joking, dancing together, and all that. And the AMA performance had been happened. So my question is, number one, what was it about last night that all of a sudden would have sparked this altercation between Chris and Teyana when they had been around each other? They had been skating around each other. They had been drinking around each other. They had been doing that. That was nothing new. The only thing I can think is that there's a difference between where we happen to just both be at a party and now this is my birthday. And bitch, why you here at my birthday? But even if it's my birthday, y'all hung out, danced, and laughed before. I saw this with my own eyes. I saw this shit in February. I'm not saying allegedly. I saw this shit. Also seen Swiss Beats there too. Now that I ain't over there on that bitch's team, now I can talk and say, yeah, Swiss, I saw you too. I ain't gonna say what you said. You thought I ain't hear what you said to that? She ain't no assistant. What is she? She a publicist, allegedly. But all I'm gonna say is So yes, it was his birthday, and yes, people do act a little different on their birthday, but I'm not buying that story. Number one. Number two, another thing I need to bring up is, where in the hell is Iman? Where is Iman? Because what I noticed back in February. By the way, Alicia Keys was not at that party with her man. But what I noticed is that Iman wasn't with Teyana back in February. He wasn't with Teyana at Chris Breeze's party, and he ain't really been around. He been real. I don't keep up with the NBA like that. Is he all playing basketball? Is he at work? Where is Iman? Because as far as I'm concerned, if Chris Brown really wanted to have a confrontation with Teyana and call her all kinds of bitches and hoes, he needs to have that same smoke for her husband. Am I right or not? Now, maybe I'm just a simp-ass, lame-ass nigga, but I feel like, why are we so okay with just men beating the shit out of women in 2023? Like, when did it become it? You can have your back and forth with a woman, but when did it just become okay to just really be like about to beat her ass? That's a whole female. I'm not trying to sound like Ice Cube and Friday, but that's a whole female. When did that happen? But I'm a lame ass nigga, so I get it. Maybe I don't understand. These are y'all alpha males. I'm gonna collect my beta bucks in peace, because I don't want to hit no woman. That's just me. But my thing is, it is basketball season, but I don't think he's playing. Okay, that's what I wanted to know, because where's her husband? But moving along from that, at this point, if the story is true that Chris Brown was trying to physically intimidate Teyana, allegedly did call her all kinds of bitches and out of her name, Teyana's husband needs to step in. Whether Teyana and Iman is still together now or not, I don't know. But that's still baby daddy. That's still whatever. He needs to step in. Teyana does have a masculine presence when you see her in person. Teyana, let me give y'all the optics first off. Chris Brown and Usher are both very thin. Hung out with him, met him in person. They're both very thin. All right. Chris Brown is over 6 feet. Usher is about 5'9.5". Teyana is about 5'4". So I just want y'all to imagine the optics of a 6-foot man coming at a 5'4" woman. Now she looked just like that in person. Muscles, abs, all that. But still, that's still a woman. And Usher little ass trying to break it up. Now, Usher and Chris Brown, they've always had this kind of rapport. Usher is the OG. Usher, look, if it wasn't for the herpes scandal, Usher would have really had somewhat of a squeaky clean image. I mean, we forgave him for cheating on Chili. Y'all didn't like him getting married. Y'all didn't like that wife he had. But for the most part, Usher ain't really had no major altercations, confrontations, and he been on the scene since the 90s. So I'm sorry to come to conclusions, but bitch, whatever they said Chris did, I'm gonna believe the nigga did it. I'm gonna believe the nigga did it. When have you heard of Usher getting into a fight with anybody? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'll wait. So my only thing is that if Chris got all this smoke for Teyana, I feel like Teyana and Iman need to make a trip to Chris's house in is it Tarzana or Tarzania, California. You can't miss the house. It got graffiti everywhere. Amber Rose up there too. Go up there, have a conversation, have a one-on-one, whatever it is, because whatever smoke you got for Teyana, you need to give it to her husband. That's just my opinion. Now, put Iman down. Now back to it. So allegedly, Chris got mad at Teyana, was physically aggressive towards her. Usher stepped in and tried to calm Chris down. Of course, anytime you're trying to calm somebody down, it never works. Of course, Chris Brown ain't got no kind of respect for the OG, no kind of respect for his elders. I'm judging his upbringing. I ain't gonna cap. But I don't know if I should judge the upbringing or just judge. Maybe this is just our generation, our culture now. We don't have no respect For the OGs, it used to be if an older man told you to sit your punk ass down, you sat your punk ass down. But like I said, Usher's is not physically imposing. Usher barely talks over a whisper. Let's be honest, Usher too pretty to fight. They say, and Usher paid for the party. Of course. Usher loved it. He look at him like a, it's big bro, little bro energy. But Chris has this, and yes, don't get me wrong, where the bull at? Here we go. When the tourists get mad, yes, it is what it is. But in my opinion, I feel like if that was the game that was trying to break that up between Chris and Teyana, I don't think Chris would have had all that smoke. I don't think Chris and all 6 of his crew members would have had that smoke for the game. Who else known in the game for whooping ass? Who else known for whooping ass? Don't do Usher. Usher too pretty to fight. Usher's pretty. I met the nigga. Usher's pretty. I'm gonna wait for y'all comments here on the side. Frank Ocean. Do Frank Ocean out here whooping ass? I didn't know that. Who else? Well, he will pull up. He will pull up the fight. 50 Cent. Yup. If 50 Cent would have stepped in, Chris would have backed the fuck down. Tyson Beckford. Oh shit. I remember Chris back in the day when Tyson Beckford said you didn't want none and you backed your ass down. Tory Lanez's ass will jump up and hit you dead square in your nose. That is true too. Trey Songz beat up everybody. The baby too. Yeah, Dr. Dre fight women. We know that. It is not even that Usher is soft. Usher is just more about peace. He just ain't on that. And if I was pretty, bitch, I wouldn't fight neither. The fuck? Anyway, y'all get the point. So then allegedly, after Usher did his best to keep Chris from jumping on Teyana, Chris then called Usher a coward. Let's just be real. He probably called him a punk ass bitch. A punk ass nigga. Y'all know how niggas talk. Y'all be really trying to clean this shit up in the media. This is why y'all need us on YouTube to tell you the real. Y'all know Chris Brown and his cokehead ass ain't never said the word coward. You know he said you fucking punk ass nigga. And then issues came about from there. And allegedly it was 6 people jumping on Usher. Cracked ribs, injured his nose, allegedly. Now, Usher is still performing tonight. Usher did a little video, and his face looked good. I can't play it because it got music in the background, but his face looked good. It looked like he had a scar right here, but makeup does a lot. And Usher's a legend, and Usher come from that generation where they can be damn near dying, and they still gonna come on that stage and perform. You can't get these new hoes nowadays get a little head cold, and they'll cancel the performance. Usher's still gonna perform no matter what. But the point is, 6 on Usher. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Part of me did think this could be a publicity stunt. Part of me thought maybe this is setting us up for the verses. Because you gotta remember, Swiss Beats was just on The Breakfast Club not too long ago, kind of teasing the idea, and also kind of teasing the idea of Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj doing the verses. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden you see Nicki and Lil' Kim throwing shots back and forth, maybe like on Twitter or something. This whole entertainment world is a stage, so this could all be completely fabricated. Don't get me wrong. I just want y'all to know all the details. So, with that being said, now we just got to wait and see what comes of this. All right? Will we ever get the full story? Will Teyana tell us what happened? Is there anything, and I'm asking y'all in the chat, is there anything that Teyana could have said that would have justified Chris Brown calling her bitches and hoes and Chris Brown wanting to be physically aggressive towards her? They say Chris and Usher are supposed to perform on the Lovers and Friends. Some people say it's smoke and mirrors. Some people say yes. Some people say no. This is what I will say. When y'all gonna admit that Chris is the problem? Let's say that this is real. It happened. Whatever. When y'all gonna admit that Chris is the problem? When are y'all gonna admit that he got an anger problem? That he got a mental problem? That he got unhealed trauma? But he grown as hell and he know better. When y'all gonna admit allegedly the allegations of a substance abuse problem may really be real? When y'all gonna admit that? When y'all gonna admit the man really don't seem to like black women like that? But then he really just don't seem to like women, because he was even kicking Kawasaki in her ribs and throwing her down the steps and threatening to kill Kawasaki and her whole family. So is it that hard to believe that he would have jumped on Teyana when he was jumping on Preference? And Kawasaki ain't nothing but 5 feet, 95 pounds. That's all I'm saying. So that's the update on that. I'm gonna take y'all. How long we been live? Let me see how long we been live. Let me look and see. But take y'all comments here real quick. 22 minutes ago. All right, cool. So take comments for a few minutes, and then maybe we'll come back and actually do a call-in show so you guys can give your take. Let's see. So questions, comments, concerns, drop them down in the chat. Cynthia G said they don't care how problematic he is. He's a black male worshiper, so he would continue to be worshipped. Good point. Gavin said Usher 45 and out here getting beat up by these fools. It's really sad. It's really sad. It really is. Does he really have a broken nose and ribs? I don't believe broken nose and ribs. No. I believe he had injuries to his nose and ribs, not a broken nose. No. They said, would he talk to Michael Jai White like that? You know damn well Chris Brown wouldn't come for no Michael Jai White. You know damn well. V Brown said Teyana could finish him with one punch, but why should Teyana have to fight a whole man? Why? That's silly. And didn't y'all just see Teyana Taylor over there on Angie Martinez talking about how she never felt protected in this industry and how she was done wrong pretty much by every man that was in charge of her? Pharrell didn't do right by Teyana. Kanye didn't do right by Teyana. Teyana has really gotten like the bad end of the stick in this industry, honestly. Googie 22 said Michael Jai White is a black belt. Exactly. Faye said, where is Tyson Beckford when you need him? Man, I don't know. Nikki said, if that's true, Chris is a punk. He jumped, not fought one-on-one with Usher. Exactly. But the thing is, these dudes, they roll 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ninjas deep. And so if you get into it with them, everybody jumping in, it's to be expected. It's really sad. Let them talk to Cardi B like that. K-Shaw said, where's Kevin McCall when you need him? He backed down from Kevin McCall too. That's why I told y'all, in this world, man, there's very few people that really just got the smoke for everybody. From what I be seeing, for the most part, people know who to play with and who not to play with. Because now I'm thinking, yeah, it's a lot of people that Chris ain't done all that shit to. Amina said, why is a man arguing with a woman anyway, period? Especially when I just seen you two laughing, dancing, skating. Because they both can skate. They both can skate. And y'all already know Usher does his whole show on skates. And so they was really getting it and hanging out. And I forgot who Teyana was talking. She was talking to another woman. I forgot who was really, this woman was really by her side the whole party. I just forgot who it was. Blueface. Yep, Chris ain't talking to Blueface like that. I tell you what, Chris ain't talking to Krishan. Teyana just called Krishan. Krishan to fight all the motherfuckers. I bet you Chris wouldn't talk to Jocelyn Hernandez like that. I'm kidding. Nah, I'm doing too much. Anyway. Oh my God. I wanted that Usher fight back. Shit, you try fighting 6-on-1. Oh man. Street Science LLC said maybe I'm late, but where her husband Iman? That's what we all wondering. That's what we all wondering. Honestly. Anyway. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to be right back to take calls on this situation. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. And I will catch you guys in about 15 minutes.